The default blend spine is a straight line that you can bend around a bit, but otherwise you might want to make your own spines. And that's what I'm going to do here in this movie. Now, what I want to do is turn off some of the content here so you can see what I've actually got going on with the blends. And it's easy enough for me to do that and turn off the background. What I've done is I've created 3 larger circles for each of the tops of these lines and 3 smaller ones down at the bottom. And I'll just zoom in on those so that you can see they are, in fact, different gradients. And the circles at the top happen to, strangely, they match the colours at that particular point there, which is very useful indeed. So I'll turn the background off again and let's make some blends. I'm going to choose this circle down at the bottom here. So I'll just zoom in to get hold of that circle. Okay, and then I'll do Command 0, Control 0. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and click on the circle at the top. And then Object, Blend, Make. You can see there is actually a shortcut for that as well if you want to. And it makes this blend. I'm then going to double click on the tool here for the blend options and change the number of specified steps. 32 is nowhere near going to cut it. So what I'm going to do is bump that up to 300. Now bear in mind as well that the more blend steps there are, the more computationally intensive this will become and may actually start to slow you down a bit. But then again, you've got to do quite a few blends to actually make that happen. If I now turn on the preview, you can see I've got a lovely smooth blend just there. What I'm then going to do is with my selection tool is I'm going to leave the blend selected, but hold down Shift and additionally select the line associated with this blend. And you could see how I sort that out just there. Once I've done that, I'm going to go to the Object menu, come down to Blend and choose Replace Spine. And it takes away that straight line and then gets the blend to conform to the line that I've drawn there. And you can see how the gradients are making some interesting things go on in there. That would be very difficult or almost impossible to do with gradient strokes. And if I can turn on the background here, you can see that without too much effort, I'm going to end up with something really interesting by just repeating that process. And that's what you can do because after all, practice makes perfect.